'em up. Take responsibility when I show up. Hold it against me. No victims unit, bitch.
I love that you just cracked that out. That just cracked you up.
I just love doing the things that you would expect a rapper to do. Label name, bitch. No victims unit, bitch.
That was cute.
Welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners.
My name is Winnie.
I'm Ellevan.
And I didn't know we were live at all.
Oh, we're not live. These are pre-recorded.
Right.
Sorry to let you guys in on that, but even if you watch this as a premiere, it's already been recorded.
Well, then please join in, because I wanted to do an intention.
Oh, let's do an intention then.
Yeah, so you can join with us if you want to intend anything for your evening or this podcast episode. I am happy to be back in the studio with you, Ellevan, and I am excited to have a conversation that is infused with love and learnings and experiences that will resonate with the person on the other side of this podcast.
And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that. So we're the gateway drug to mindfulness.
Yes. Welcome. If you've never been before, thanks for stopping by. And if you have, hey.
Welcome back. We about to get in our party mode, vibing out. And, our community's growing. I'm so excited about this.
I know. We are excited.
It's so nice. We're so happy that we're out here catching vibes with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to get the elephant out.
We fucking missed last week.
Yeah, we missed last week.
Unacceptable behavior. I
don't think so. I think it's completely acceptable. Along with this knowledge, I'm sure that our listeners know, but if you didn't, our cat died.
Ace.
Our sweet, sweet Ace.
Ace is gone.
Who you've seen, I think, in the last video.
Yeah, several times.
Because he hangs out with us during the podcast. So he died, and I think it was me more so that was like, I think you were on board. You're like, let's do this. And I was just like, there's nothing to say yet. You know, I needed some time. I wasn't writing meditations either. I've skipped a couple weeks of the meditation releases.
We just needed to process some stuff.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we got COVID.
Yeah, that too.
So
we got the O version. It was light, it was quick, but it roughed me up. But it hangs out for a week, just fucks with you a little bit, and you're a little crankier, and just then if your cat dies on top of that, you just really just got nothing to say.
Yeah.
So that was what it was.
We got slammed with a couple of things,
but all blessings though, and then a whole new direction with a couple of things. A really good couple answers manifested, a couple solutions came forth in this like kind of foggy couple weeks. Huge transitions in March. I see what lots of the guides like Ralph Smart and some of the tarot readers and stuff and intuitive people I follow, they're like huge shifts in March. It's like right on.
Yeah.
Fucking that's really what it was. And sometimes that comes with pain and it's annoying.
Yeah. And I think we're kind of at a point in our journey where we can still like annoyingly look at what's happening and be like, all right, this is for this reason. Like, I understand what's going on right now, and I'm just going to allow it to take place and be the, rider of the wave for a second and come out the other side knowing, this was a good part of your journey. Yeah. Somehow still.
I used it as an opportunity. Actually, let's do an amnesia haze. I use it as an opportunity to really, in the face of pain, I was doing water therapy when I was like the harshest day in it. I used that huge contrast feeling to acutely understand, I guess, how chronic pain or some sort of like physical influence can like affect your mental affirmations and what you're saying. Because I just lay in the bathtub and turn the shower on. That's like home water therapy pretty much, because it's like constantly hitting you, and like you're able to breathe through any pain that you have in your body, and breath helps you heal things. So ultimately it's wet oxygen to get that air oxygen in, and you end up feeling better, especially if you have tummy issues like I do. And I realized when I was finally getting to the point where I could take a breath and like listen to what I was saying in my head, like what I was saying to myself was just like, I'm sick, this hurts, I'm sick, this is uncomfortable, I'm sick, blow your nose, I'm sick, like, and I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up. Shout out my book. But for real, even though my body was in such discomfort, I was like, take this as an opportunity to clearly just objectively measure. Like, there was another form of consciousness, shout out weed, that I could get to that point to think to do water therapy to ease discomfort, so I could find an opportunity to check in on my pulse of what I'm thinking. Definitely helped with that. But once I did, I shifted it just to saying simple affirmations like, I am healthy, I am well, my cells know what to do. And after the first time I said that, I was like, I could just breathe a little deeper. And I was like, I said it again in my mind. Then I said it 4 or 5 times in my mind before I had enough courage to say it out loud. Just to myself, just courage, I mean like to actually believe yourself or feel like this is actually a possible thing. Technique move the spirit on that one. But I will be darned if a half an hour passed and I wasn't like walking erect again. And just because I mentally said those things. So the objective measurement was, it had like a tremendous effect on my recovery time and like sustainable, painless wave. Because like, yeah, the body really, it's you got to take care of your body first, you know, you got to, because it fucks everything else up, like your head and shit, if you're in pain.
It's almost like your basic need isn't covered. Like when your body it feels out of your control, it feels like there's not a lot that you can do. So yeah, affirmation for sure.
So I used affirmation, so I wanted to share that it is, by my own personal measurement now, extremely pragmatic function of a tool to say I am what you want in your head.
Yeah.
Your cells are listening.
And you've been inspiring me to listen to Jim Rohn recently.
Jim Rohn, yeah.
And
Living a Fulfilled Life.
And a quote that really stuck with me from that was, affirmation without discipline is the beginning of illusion. And I really loved that quote because I think there's a lot of blurry lines still with affirmation. I think.
Well, it's been hijacked by a motherfucking wellness industry, you know?
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And like we talk all the time about how like saying it if you don't believe it, it doesn't make any sense. And this is kind of an extension of that, like saying it without any movable action over and over again. Like if you just say it without like the discipline of like
pretty much
sitting down and doing it, or like taking deeper breaths maybe, or doing water therapy, like these things
pretty much ask yourself, so what? So I am healthy. If so what? You can do this. It will inevitably move you towards the behavior of your desired outcome.
Well, what does health look like to you when you it's automatic in your head? Like I'm sure it took seconds for you to start breathing deeper.
It was after the first time I said it.
Yeah.
Like the first time I said it. And it was like, you know what it was like? It was like admitting to yourself, because there's a reality where you're healthy and there's a reality where you're sick, and your current vibration attracted your experience towards the one where you're sick. So vibrate at a higher frequency and your outcome will happen. But if you're stuck in victim mentality, it's impossible to get over it. So it's almost like you have to admit to yourself, like, I'm not that sick. Like, I'm not screaming right now. Like, I'm not in that much pain. Like, I'm in a bearable amount of pain. Like, take slow baby steps mentally to the point where you're like, I can be healthy. I can. My cells do know what to do.
And sometimes, like, I just kind of had an experience this morning where I woke up, and I'll actually read the quote that we started off the day with. We had a little, we had one of our breakfast Nook jams this morning, and those always feel so good. Yep. But I said, I'm grateful for weed because it allows the aching to surface so I can see it and hold it and care for it, and care for it how I see like fit to process. And so what happened this morning is I was in my meditation, and there was nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong. But I wasn't high flying, I would say. And I just kept trying to ignore the part of me that was calling for some sort of love or acknowledgement. And I was just like, no, I don't have to acknowledge you today. Like, I can get over this. I can get over it. I can get on top of it. I can be like a happy-go-lucky person today. And
it was coming across as intense.
Yeah, for sure.
Her need to move forward and channel this pain energy was like, Becky, relax.
Yeah, well, it was the response to
hurt.
Yeah, it was this response from running away from hurt.
Yeah.
That's that tense place where you're like,
right.
Nope, not gonna deal with that. Gonna put it back in the closet today. I'ma run.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I bet a lot of people really feel connected to that, because we all be making that like little micro choice, but it's hard to be vulnerable and talk about it.
Yeah, so I was in that state. I don't think it was necessarily bad, and I think I probably could have gone the whole day in that state.
Lying
it just
to
wouldn't
yourself.
have been the best time feeling inside my body. But whatever, that happens also sometimes. Like, you be gentle with yourself when you just like don't give in. But what weed did for me is I got a little bit high and started writing in my gratitude journal, and Ace came up. He came up in my gratitude, and that's when like the tears started to come, and that felt so good, because I got high and allowed this, whatever it was, knocking on my door to be like processed or seen. I allowed that to come up, and I'm lucky and privileged enough. I was in a space to be able to do that. But then you can look at it and you can hold it with such understanding. Like, it's okay. You're allowed to be here. You're allowed to feel this for as long as you want. Like, you're allowed to cry every day for the next 40 days if that's what it takes to process what's going on in your heart. Yeah. And that's why I love weed. I don't know.
I love weed for a lot of reasons, and that is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
That function of cannabis, like that, allowing yourself to unlock the way that the ego wants to process it. And I don't damn the ego. We need our ego to exist.
Yeah.
To live in the world, have a bank account, have a name, refer to others and yourself in relativity. It's a privilege. The third dimension is divine, but in our mind, the ego wants to kind of like, it definitely wants to serve itself, but it definitely wants to kind of like cover up all its patches so it doesn't have any vulnerability in front of others. And like, is the mechanism that pushes down the inconvenient feelings, that like it's just not convenient to have a breakdown right now at work, so I'm going to stay in my ego and operate from a place of data, like operate from the head, because you can move matter around and you can serve and be there for others. But like heart-centered living is just like more based in the fact of like, I'm feeling something right now, so before I do anything else, that's going to have to move. Like, let's prioritize this because it is next on deck. Whatever I do is going to be touched by this. this energy. So it's like,
And I'll say, like, when I had my little cry and I wrote to Ace in my journal, and I moved off of gratitude for a second and just wrote to him about what was going on, and had this cry.
he's listening.
Yeah, I felt like so much release, and like a wave of relief and peace come over me, where I could just like now continue. I could now continue the day in with like a fresh, like, just after the rain perspective.
I just got the coolest video. I know what you mean though. When you cry, it's almost like bouncing back from when you were sick.
Yeah.
It's like you're completely refreshed. You've let all the weight go that was surrounding your heart and throat area. There's almost like this weight like behind your eyes that goes away.
Yeah.
It's such a nice release.
Yeah. So that was the elephant in the room, everybody.
Yeah, our cat died. That's why we were literally burying him when we were supposed to have an episode come out.
Yeah.
We gave him back to the earth.
Yeah.
And without getting too extremely into detail, he did have the most lovely, peaceful passing that a being could ask for.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
He waited for me to get home. I was training with a buddy, and Winnie's like, yo, I don't know how much more time we have with Ace. You should get home. So I hopped in an Uber and got here. And I felt that morning something. I took a picture of him before I left that morning. You know, I don't do that every day. Mm-hmm. So something about me knew. Thank you. That, yeah, he's just kind of been communicating to me that, like, yeah, like it might be time to wrap up here soon. Because I always tell him, like, whenever he needs to transitions, it's okay. Like, I understand. Because our time in the third dimension is limited, and that's okay. 20 years, you know, he raised me, and I feel now more him than ever. But, yeah, the experience we had, like, as my best buddy, I got to, like, hold his hand, make eye contact, and, like, pretty much walk across with him. It was so wild. And he's just like a G from it to his very last moment.
Oh,
he got everything that he needed and wanted, and he was surrounded by Winnie, his current mom, my mom, his past mom, and, like, me. Like, I was his human, and, like, right in front of him. And you could feel, like, him feeling the almost permission that I was there with him. Like, okay, if we got to do it, you know? And everything from, like, the shoulders up, like, the ego just wanted to cry because of the selfishness of, like, this awesome thing in my life won't be here every day anymore in physical form. You're so amazing. Thank you. You're the best. And, like, from the heart down, I felt this incredibly warm peace.
Yeah, I've always helped, like, growing up, I've never had an animal go in front of me, like, naturally. It's always been with help, or one happened at the hospital, unfortunately. But I've never, like, been in the presence of any soul leaving their body. And it was magnificent. Like, it was exhausting afterwards to understand what had taken place, but the event itself was bold and beautiful and big.
It was actually like, yeah, you could feel the divinity of it. And, like, he waited for me to get home. He was definitely, like, cooked out. Like, you know, he was, like, thin and just, like, laying there, like, hot in the sun almost, but it was inside. And then I just said everything that I needed to say to him, just to tell him everything about, like, gratitude for him. And he heard it. It was received. We got to hang out for a good, like, half hour, maybe hour, a half hour probably. Yeah. On the ground. I had him in my lap. He loved it. He was just breathing. And, yeah, I just laid on this sweet blanket and we did it, and just allowed it to pass. 4 deep breaths, like a G, and then just like let go. And then we all felt it in our hearts in that moment when, you know, like he let go. It was like from the heart down. It was like, I'm here. Like, I'm actually in you now. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he just went.
That'd be sweet.
Like, I literally feel more ace, like, in me, thanks to that moment, maybe. But yeah, Winnie, you were saying that moment's beautiful. I so agree. It was so sad.
So sad.
So sad, but like the naturalness of it, like he communicated to me like, no vets, no needles, fuck that. Like, he's very much a natural like me. So yeah, we knew that. Like the idea of dropping him off somewhere, and we didn't get him incinerated because we just didn't want that, because that's what that is, and they burn them. And then like
that sounds so rough.
That's what they do, and they all fucking put him in there. So we gave
cremated, I think is the
well, it's the same thing. You can euthanize it for whoever you need, but we gave him back to the earth. My uncle, shout out Uncle Walter, whom we gave COVID to.
Yep.
They helped us bury our cat, and we gave COVID to my mom and my uncle.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Hey.
Sorry, guys.
You know what?
But
I
fuck,
think
we needed to do that mission.
Yeah, and it's interesting to this weird shame and guilt around getting COVID.
I know, fuck that,
Shout
dude.
out to all the people who have had COVID so far. Like,
it's
that
all good.
I think is, like, I don't know why.
Everyone's going to get it. Everyone's going to get it.
You feel weird about it. You feel like, oh, I should have been doing better.
I'm
like
bad.
I should have,
I should have worn my mask in sleepy times. I should have my mask on in bed. I didn't wear that many masks when I went and got my mail.
Okay.
I should have wore 5 of them. I'm a bad poo-poo head.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
You know who feels fucking, you know who feels bad when they, you know who feels shame? Those who condemn others. Those who...
Nope, because I felt shame and guilt, and I don't really do that.
Yes, you do, high horse moral Barbie. You're like, you're the one that's too good for either side. You're like, you guys are shit because you're all fighting. That's where the center lays.
Fuck, that's not wrong.
Only people from
I'll
the
admit
center have cut people off. People from either side don't even cut each other off. They'll fight with each other all the time, but they're at least like into the conversation. You center moral high ground people are like, I can't even deal with you guys. Shut the fuck up. I love it. I'm just playing. Anyway,
I mean, that's not wrong.
It's good for you. And I kind of agree. You know, it's kind of fair. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. But you fuck this shame around that, because everyone's going to get it. And you should actually be happy that you got it, because it's going to help your immune system. And remember, the flu, it's pretty much there now. It's going to continue to become smaller versions of itself. Don't let the fucking fear porn bedunk you.
I feel like we got off track, but
our cat died. Back to that. That was a better feeling subject.
So hey, thanks for coming back to listen. And thanks for not saying fuck you guys for not dropping an episode last week.
Well, they may have said that.
No, if they're listening now, I doubt that they did, or they did and they just forgave us quickly, which
I'm okay
I also
with that.
Appreciate.
Yeah, I'm more like, it's like if you guys are like,
you can
hey,
be upset.
I fucking need it, you guys. Like, your promise is every Friday, and we love to be there for you and have our tradish. You know, and it's okay if you said fuck you guys, but we appreciate that you're back.
Yeah.
And we know that you are, because you're listening to this.
Yeah, so thanks.
So write a comment. If you're one of those people, then write a comment. Or hold on. If you're anyone, write a comment. Nice.
Anyone.
Nice.
On the table we have water with remnants of emergency in there. And then we got grape kombucha by GTS. You've finished yours already.
I drink kombucha fast.
And then finally, we have a pine needle and turmeric peppermint mix.
Oh, thank you. So nice to be here. It's nice to just hang with you guys. Let's just take a moment, hang out. Tell us how you've been. Oh, yeah? No way.
I thought that was the case.
Right.
What?
How long?
Congratulations.
Oh my God. How long? How long for?
Oh, we love that for you.
We love that for you.
We love that for you.
That's so nice.
Oh, thank you for sharing this.
And you must have been like, exactly. Shh. I hear you.
No way.
I hear you.
Are you serious?
And it never dies down. Fuck. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yay, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Nice. Funny!
I think if you actually put someone else on the other side of that, we were saying things so fast that they wouldn't have had barely any opportunity to say anything.
Dude, have you ever heard Jewish grandparents?
No.
They do like that.
Well, I guess on TV.
I know.
Anyway,
that's a funny YouTube concept idea.
Yeah.
We'll
just cut that out and make it a TikTok.
Here's the thing. You guys make a challenge where what do they do? Stitch it together? Stitch it or react? Or you be the other one. You do the talking.
You answer all to our reactions. That would be actually tricky, I think.
Yeah, you fill the holes.
You have to go through it and just quickly write down things that worked from the previous statement.
She writes things down.
So many things.
I did a podcast on Saturday. I was on the green room with Cannabis Wiki.
How was that?
You write a lot of things down with Jackie Childs. So good. It was awesome. And Derek. And
fucking Derek was there?
Derek of Proper. And also Derek is the co-host. Jackie's co-host.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Not the proper Derek.
Oh,
yes.
Here we go.
Yeah.
They're both named Derek.
Yeah, exactly. There's two Dereks. And so on the podcast was Jackie Childs, myself, Ellevan, Derek of Cannabis Wiki, and Derek of Proper, my favorite THC beverage. Mm-hmm. And I got to give him those flowers. Yep. And that was nice. And plus, I was high on acid.
How was that experience?
It was wild.
Would you recommend it?
I'm a good high, you know? I'm a pretty good drunk too. I'm a good
stimulant man.
Yeah, I can take an altered state and act somewhat acceptable. Also, the line of acceptable is also blurred when I'm sober too.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You can only access an acceptable state when you're high.
Yeah, that's true, homie. Without weed, actually, guys, you don't understand.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I am helped by this plant.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are helped by my lack of action against them by this plant. It's fabulous. But no, we had some really nice conversations, really, really nice mindful moments, really, really hilarious comedic moments, really, really funny group dynamics. It was fucking brilliant. They got me freestyling. I've never freestyled on acid, let alone freestyled on acid on a show with several cameras.
No.
So I don't know what the fuck I said.
Yeah,
this happens anyway.
That's a rock star moment.
It's a rock star moment and it's an Ellevan moment. You know, it's a special version of me. If I don't think I said anything offensive. I think it was all just kind of more silly. But it's I don't know.
I think you were going for rhymes instead of story.
Yeah.
Which you've evolved out of that.
I have evolved out of it.
Yeah.
But in the moment where they're just freestyle and there's no beat, you kind of just want to pop off.
And your last reference may have been the Beastie Boys. Before that.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So they're all about the rhymes.
I'm also just hype.
You're a hype kid.
Yeah, but it was fun though.
That's good.
I was tossing the words. I was just rhyming a lot. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's tough. like when you're on acid, the lyrics are much more like acrobative instead of like,
Ooh, that's a fun descriptive word.
yeah, like lashing acrobatic, actually ambulance act, actionably smashing into assy accents, and that thing that like lines up all these frenetic sonic sounds is like super present
Yeah.
in your thinking, because I don't know how this would transmute for most people, but like for me, I guess that's like what I do. Like I have that skill, like I know what rhymes, like I already have that work. So I imagine it affects everyone in a certain way. Like it takes what you already know you have and just like crams them all together.
Yeah.
Like very apparently. So.
And you really like a lot of your vocal like Tourette's is like obsessed with phonetic. Like you always say that, like it feels good. Like there's something about
I can't let it go. I keep saying it.
So that's like it could be just like in your vessel, just like that is fulfilling something when you do it too.
Yeah, that's the special thing that I can't teach people about rhyme. Like I call it obsession. To another artist, I'm like, aren't you obsessed? And they're like, yeah. I'm obsessed with writing. I want to write. I'm like, no, obsessed with like how it sounds. And it's like, I think that's like a special me thing, because that's what causes me to like have to figure out how a sentence can be said in context and it sounds exactly the same. Oh my God. Like in Good Vibes Only, I'm talking to myself too, my clock's always at 2, pot of coffee in the studio, playing my part like a movie role. If you ain't here, we ain't groovy, yo. Unless you evolve like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, that's so fun. Like, I'm saying statements, but they're like exactly the same time frame and shape, and they fit together like a little puzzle. And I'm like, that's the most beautiful thing in the world.
That really feels good.
Yes.
It feels good in the body for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a dance move. It's like when you see someone dance good in a group and they all do it together, and those videos have made me cry.
Yeah.
And there's like this Korean dance studio on YouTube, and they're like incredible.
Yeah.
They do like really great hip hop tracks, and they like have a really great camera, and I'll find them and shout them out and put them in the description. But like, that shit will make me cry because it's like watching a beautiful symphony. They're all harmonizing together. They've all decided. The work humbles me and makes me cry in a good way. Like Serena Williams in that movie yesterday, it wasn't Venus Williams that inspired me that much. It was Serena. Like being the one that's in the shadow and still working twice as hard, and
being a fucking class act about it.
Oh, not being a jealous person. Oh my God.
Just being so supportive of your sister.
You love your sister. You're so happy there. You're happy to be involved. You're better closer, than not. And you just like, and also you're a killer. Also you're a beast. And like, they're so good, and they've competed together, and like,
yeah,
man, they changed.
That was a great movie. Great film.
King Richard.
Congratulations, Will, for your first Oscar.
That was Will's first Oscar?
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, I know.
Will has done so much for us.
Oh.
What a good man.
Yeah, he's great.
What a good guy.
I know.
And a wonderful male role model, I will say, for so many dudes my age.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, what Bad Boys, when I was a kid, I was like, that. I would be like, that. That's cool. That's like straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He's legendary. He's like GOAT legendary.
And all about like hard work too.
Yeah.
And showing up. Yeah. Because he was silly when he first blew up with music, I guess, and like wasted all his money or something. He didn't want to fuck up. But he had a magical experience. Like, he was invited to Quincy Jones' house, and like they cast him that night. Like, just magic. Like, the universe was just ready to like go with that one.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
And we were ready to receive the art that came from it.
It was so good. Like, dude, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was like my favorite show. It's on the Super Channel. So good. What was your favorite show growing up?
Fuck, probably like the second. I think there's a third one now. The second 90210. I fucked hard with that CW
You
show.
fucked hard?
Loved it.
What?
Not fucked in real life.
Oh, fucked hard with it.
I was like, that was one of my weekly shows.
So who
Friends was in the lineup, but I felt like you could just miss Friends if like it wasn't like necessary to the story. Like every episode could almost be standalone.
Yeah, a Friends rerun is good.
Yeah. But that was at the time that Friends wasn't rerunning yet, I think. Or no? Yeah, no, it was nearing the end.
They were rerunning as it was out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, as soon as I found South Park, that was it. It was Simpsons before that.
Yeah.
But it was always Fresh Prince. It was always Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
Since
Fresh
young.
Prince. Oh yeah,
It
that was
like
for sure.
The first show that I like kept coming back to
Yeah, I agree.
because my mom loved it too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was a real good family show.
it was a good family show. And Will was hilarious.
I guess I was Full House in it for a bit. I can't remember when I stopped watching Full House.
I remember, but like I was watching Fresh Prince. I think like first.
Me and my bro went through a Jerry Springer stage.
Yeah, for sure. Remember Home Improvement?
Yes, Home Improvement was another one.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Can you believe these like live set shows that like do they do that anymore? Or are there shows like this anymore?
The Big Bang Theory pretends to be, but it's not a live audience. I think it's just canned laughter. And have you seen it without the canned laughter? It's not funny.
I think a lot of people love that show. I think they did like 13 seasons.
I know a lot of people love that show. That's what I'm talking about.
Is there any Grey's Anatomy people still around? Like, can you so it's a full-on soap opera now. Like, if you pass like 14 seasons, you're a soap opera, I think, or like a cartoon, or I don't know what else.
It's evolved.
You don't need that many seasons for a show ever. You just don't. I think it's nice to end a series. I don't want to be involved for life with any one series.
You don't want to be Tim Meadows in SNL. He was on there for so long.
Really?
Yeah, he was on there with like Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's the one I know him from.
And he was on there for Will Ferrell.
Okay,
and
yeah,
Molly
I
Shannon,
remember that.
And Chris Kattan, Tracy Morgan, and he was there, I think, up until who's the guy from the Burger movie? Black guy. He's funny, but he laughs at everything. It's like the Black Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, him.
From the Burger movie.
Yeah.
From Good Burger.
Yeah.
Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know him.
I think Tim
Keenan.
Yes.
Keenan.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Wow.
should
Yeah,
know this.
I actually think Tim Meadows was he in some of the Sarah
Jessica Parker's thing,
No.
Sex in the City? I'm not sure. He could have been in 1 or 2 episodes.
What is her name? I'm high right now. Apparently, I
Me
can't.
too. Sarah Jessica Parker?
No, not Sarah. Her name's not Sarah.
Sarah Lee?
Anyways, let's get off this and move on to something else. Are we ready for a fun fact?
Get off this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, fun fact. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, fun fact. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Dum, boom. Dum, boom,
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Sorry, I hit I'm sorry.
Yeah, what you guys just observed there was us being high. That's what just happened in the last 5 minutes. I feel it too.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
didn't think
great.
that Amnesia Haze was gonna hit so heavily.
I think it's helped me still. even though I think I'd be worse off without it.
It helps us. The cannabis helps us.
Here we go. This is in honor of the late great Ace. Make friends with a cat by blinking slowly. Scientists have discovered narrowing your eyes is the best way to build a rapport with cats. In a study by the University of Portsmouth and Sussex, researchers found that the technique mimics what is known as a cat smile, referred to as a slow blink, and it appears to help form a bond between the human and the cat.
Oh.
Try narrowing your eyes at them as you would in a relaxed smile, followed by closing your eyes for a couple of seconds. You'll find they respond in the same way themselves, and you can start a sort of conversation. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I used to do this all the time with Ace.
This study revealed that cats were more likely to slow blink at their owners after their owners have slow blinked at them.
Yes.
Compared to when they don't blink.
You know, like when you go like this? Like I do like this with Ace.
Yeah.
And
That's so cat.
That's so cat.
Very slow.
Like this, like...
Very, like...
I see you. And they have such beautiful noses.
I know.
They're so sweet.
They're so cute.
Lots of kisses, soft.
If you have a cat near you, please give them a hug for us. Right now, squeeze your cutie.
Send some love to the Cat Federation.
Yeah.
They're a good race of beings.
Absolutely.
They balance a lot of energy here on Earth. Tremendous healers. Great energy when a cat is in a home.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to lie. I still love our home. It's so soft, and we got Sweet Ralphie. But the place feels a touch harder.
Yeah.
Squarer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just energy-wise, because a cat softens it up so much.
And a cat has this, like I said in my journal to Ace today, they have this, like, they live in balance. So it's like there's this ultimate, like, grounded sort of stubbornness where you feel the ego, and then this, like, extreme, like, feline, like, otherworldly, ethereal, spiritual lightness, buoyancy. And so, like, the two of those energies together create this just, like, gooey balance that, like,
Hypnotic.
I haven't been feeling since he left.
It's hypnotic.
Yeah.
It softens it out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it's all good. And he was so graceful. He just sit and just like... And his tooth finally fell out, so he didn't smell anymore. His last 6 months were really good.
Yeah, we gave him a lot of good stuff.
We took a lot of good time with him.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. I gave in to his cuddles every time.
Winnie would not fucking move. I had to serve her. Like, she would sit on the couch.
It's worth it.
Yes, for you, we got a lot of time with Ace. But it was so funny because Ace would... heal me with like these blots of like sad energy I have and have had in my torso, like growing up, and he would sit on them, like, you know, like in your chest you have, like, we all hold energy, you know, and he would know right where it was, like, and because it would move, because for different reasons you're holding energy in different chakras, and he'd know right where it was, and it would affect the way I would swallow and everything. He would sit on it, and he would purr it away, and it would like
energy, like, vibration. His purrs were that's so also I think been another fun fact on here. They purr to like strengthen their own bones.
Amazing.
Yeah. Vibration. Yeah.
So they know about sound healing. So like a natural thing they do is sound healing. So he would like vibrationally like heal, and it would just like get rid of like that little blockage, and I would feel like emotionally healed from that, and he'd just be like, got you. And then when he turned maybe like, just when he got older, like maybe the last 5 years, maybe even, but like maybe less than that, but
yeah,
like,
like
but
3.
like 3, like he's just like I'm retired. he like stopped doing it with me, but he would sit on Winnie because she like gives so much love, and he was just like soaking it in, and she would just like touch his belly for so fucking long.
He was so soft, unbelievably soft for a cat.
Oh my god!
If you think you have a soft cat, like probably not as soft as Ace. Like
This
he's one of
is-
the softest cats I've ever
It's
felt.
like a chinchilla, like
Yeah.
extremely soft and
Yeah.
silky and short hair, and
Actually,
it was just special.
That's a great example of.
It's like chinchilla, yeah, but even silkier.
Yeah.
Imagine like if you put
No, it's pretty like chinchilla. Actually, I remember feeling a chinchilla.
I know, he's so nice.
Soft.
Yeah. And handsome, sweet boy. But yeah, he's fucking 20, dude. He's like, dude, I have been
time.
big in this lifetime. I've ran away. I've had vacations by myself. I've met neighbors. I've gotten special food delivered by neighbors. He, several times went on little trips. He's been across the country in an airplane, in a car, in just so many wild things. He's had several homes and just a full ass fucking life, and a great life, and met lots of people and chose what he wanted to do. And he was like 190.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
And he was very loved.
yeah, Winnie loved him so much, loves him so much. But yeah, that's not to hit you guys so heavily with our
This episode should be called Ace, pretty much.
Yeah, this is pretty much Ace's episode.
Yeah.
But I will say the huge upside is this has been a bonus, because we thought that we lost him when he ran away in 2020. So we got a year and a half more with him.
Yeah.
So it was a huge blessing. And ever since
We had said that. We're every day until, because he was already old. We were so scared when he ran away because of how old he was.
Yeah.
We were like, he's old. What can he do to fend for himself?
Turns out he fucking makes
he's
friends.
a fucking gangster.
He makes friends because he's such a sweet. He has these white paws. It was like he's blessed, kissing the ground like an angel when he walked. And he loved dirt.
Oh, and he cried when we got him back. On that Sunday, he looked at us, and Evan held him and I together, and he was just.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
11 days he was gone for.
I picked him up at 11 Adelaide Street.
Yeah.
And he jumped into Winnie's arms as soon as she brought him out, and it was just so amazing.
Yeah, it's my friend.
So sweet. And we got lots of good pictures of him, and fucking just love him.
Yeah.
It was just a wild experience.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of great perspective, though, on life when you get back to life after you take the time to mourn and feel everything. You're just like, yo, this is temporary. Really enjoy this all. This is beautiful. This is forever. This memory's forever. This content could live forever.
Yeah.
And that's lucky and good. But as we're creating it, this is a moment in time, and every moment is so special. This is all such a miracle. It's one dream. A lifetime is one long consistent dream.
Yeah.
And it's associated and tied with your body. So let's take good care of our bodies, yes?
Yeah.
And ourselves and our mental health.
I was saying that we ate before this, and I was just really observing the whole process, before the feeling hungry, the salivating that was going on,
Sensation.
just the waiting to nourish and give your body that substance, and then the eating of it, the smelling and the tasting of it, and the chewing of it, and then the in this case, it was a big bowl of pasta, and it was really warm, and when it you swallow and it hits your stomach, and you can feel the heat. You can feel the heat radiating inside your belly, and it feels cozy and warm. And I was just appreciating that experience. So that the wholeness of the start to finish, that it was delightful. It was lovely. Eating's lovely. I can't wait to do it again. And I will.
Can you please choose a page number between 5 and 259?
72.
Uno momento. I'm going to pull that up. Feeling is the secret law and its operation. Page 72. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non-selective. The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of the cause. These two aspects are the male and female divisions of consciousness. The conscious is male. The subconscious is female. The conscious generates ideas and impresses these ideas on the subconscious. The subconscious receives ideas and gives form and expression to them. By this law, first conceiving an idea and then impressing the idea conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of consciousness. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. The conscious impress the subconscious, while the subconscious express all that is impressed upon it.
Yeah, that's just the conscious and the subconscious having sex, and then some time goes by, and then their manifestation baby is born.
Well, that's when you read about in the Bible. Yeah, the conception is like, yeah, the thought, the manifestation baby is born. I love that. Well done. Big quote. Well done.
That was nice.
This is.
I feel like we've read that before.
I thought that too. As I was reading it, I was like, okay, if we have said this before, we haven't meant to, so that's important then. That's something that we all need to hear.
Yeah.
And that's great. So you could be one of the people that's meant to reach. I'm definitely one of them.
Well, and that's what we started with, like via affirmation. The conscious impresses upon the subconscious, and the subconscious expresses that
so
outwardly.
You stare.
Yeah.
You stare with the conscious.
Which makes so much sense.
Obviously, what other tools would be available for you to have free will upon this choice? But it takes discipline. People are like, no, I want bubblegum and McDonald's. I want a bidet. I want everything done for me. Somebody put my seatbelt buckle on.
I don't really think there's anything wrong with bubblegum or a bidet.
But if
both of those B things, I'm all for, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Bidets are pretty great.
Yeah, I've never...
Get your ass washed.
I've never had one consistently.
Wash your ass.
Like, I've used a bidet before.
Where did you use a bidet?
Spain. Yeah, they had bidets at the wealthy man that my grandpa knew.
Bidet. Yeah, it's always wealthy people who got a bidet.
Listen, I think that water up the hoo-ha and or a-hole would be fantastic.
I love ass play. You can definitely spray water up my butt anytime.
It doesn't need to be playful. It's just clean.
Why not? Why can't it be?
It can be. I'm just saying that it doesn't have to be.
You can just move it around the cornhole as it's hitting, you know? Make sure that it's all good and...
It's all good.
Dog cruising, buddy.
Okay.
Wow, we really can't end on that. Tell us a joke from your set, please. Save the day with stand-up comedy, Winnie. Please save the day. Ooh, Pink Pine Tar. Shut up, Bud Mobile.
Oh. I went through a breakup recently.
What the fuck?
Well, he doesn't know it yet.
What the fuck?
So I guess I'll be going through a breakup shortly.
You fucking liar.
I need to do that one more because I don't know where I stand with that one. It did okay at Yuck Yucks. It did great at the show that all my friends were at, but it's because you were there, I think, and that was even funnier for them. They had a personal attachment to it.
I don't like it.
I know, but it's not true.
I like how dirty you are on stage, though. It's funny.
Thank you. Yeah, talk masturbation stuff. I had 2 students that were going to come to this show that got canceled last night. That show that was supposed to go on last night got canceled.
You were supposed to go on a show last night?
Yeah, comedy bar. Kamikaze comedy.
I did not know this.
Yeah, it got canceled. Yeah, you did. Remember, you saw the poster. It was a Space Jam poster. And my face was in it. Anyways, It got canceled.
That's dope.
And I had 2 students that were going to go see me from the yoga studio. And they were like, email us when your next shows are. And the other one was like, I'll be waiting for your email. Howard. Thanks, Howard.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, so I have some people who are going to come to the next ones and watch me talk about masturbation and blowjobs, perhaps, and
smelling genitals.
Smelling genitals, yeah. That one didn't do well at Yuck Yuck, so I feel nervous to do it now.
What? No, you just got to commit to the timing. That's why, because you went slow and you did it like politely, like you were talking to them at Yuck Yucks. You just got to fucking rip, like.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep doing it.
It's funny.
Anyways.
You dropped the Brita thing, though, eh?
I dropped the Brita thing.
We talked about that here.
Yeah, I dropped the Brita thing. I still think there's something there. I might return to it, but it's just like, if it's not working, why continue to like try and make it work?
If it's not working, then why continue to try to make it work?
Quotable. Everyone hit me up at Winnie Clark. If it's not working, then why would you try and make it work?
If it's already not working, then
what's the point in keeping it?
You can't reuse a word that you say it's not working. So you can't make it work if it's not working.
So don't even try. Okay. That's good. That's a good place to end.
I just wanted to check in on how's the journey with the throat chakra. Because our last episode, we really dove into that.
Yeah.
We were vulnerable with that.
Well, as in our last episode, I was given a situation in which I could access my throat chakra and utilize it in a way that created personal boundaries. But I didn't. And I would like to say that I was coming off of COVID. So
blurry-headed, hard to make better calls.
Foggy-headed, and also just didn't want to. That's part of it too. I'll be honest and say like I just didn't.
It was too uncomfortable.
It was too uncomfortable. Yeah, it was shocking and too uncomfortable, and I was too close to it. I was judging still. Like you can't try and create boundaries when you are judging the other person for like doing what they're doing. Like it just doesn't work. Like you're not ready for that.
Has to come from a place of love.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make decisions that hold structure in your life, make sure that you're coming from a place of love. And that's why Winnie didn't stick up for herself and demand what she actually wanted, I think, in the moment, because you were not fully in an alignment.
It was coming from place. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So.
And it ended up being.
For me, I don't want it to come from that place. I want it to come from an aware, like, I'm feeling triggered because I'm being boundaries are being crossed or something is being, blurred or taken advantage of. Or
manipulated. Winnie doesn't like sneaky. Even if it's not meant to be sneaky, if it comes off as sneaky, she doesn't like it.
And yeah. So I just wasn't in the right. Yeah, I wasn't in the right frame of mind.
I give you daps for that.
Yeah, and also will serve me the next time the opportunity presents itself.
That's right.
Because then I can be a little bit more like, you know how you react, like if this is a triggering thing for you, like. Yeah.
But you are working on the fact of like bending, because if someone asks you a question and you think your answer may not be what they want to hear, don't adjust it just based on that. Say what you actually feel, and that's the really hard, bold truth. And it's a common issue I hear from a lot of females, unfortunately. Just
sometimes feels like we're always asking for too much, even when we're not. Like most of the time we're not. But it does. I think probably women might resonate with this because it feels like we don't we probably don't ask for much ever.
You're so
So
accommodating.
when
You're over accommodating.
so when we do like ask for a little something, it feels big in our own bodies. It's like, I need this for my like self-worth or self-love or whatever it is, and it feels like that's maybe we're just not used to prioritizing that, so it feels intense.
Yeah, and it's just very hard to be overly sensitive if you're not currently sensitive. I think, like, as a guy, like, especially if you're, or just as a person, I'm sure if you're trying to numb something in yourself, if you have pain in yourself and you're not that self-aware because you just can't face yourself right now, it's hard to read into what someone else really needs. So we really need clear signals. Like, if we ask you something, you got to be like fucking like absolutely yes, like, or absolutely no, however, whatever it is. But like,
Yeah.
well, sort of, kind of like, and allow us to plow through, you know, like, it's just happened too much in history. So it's like, yo,
Well, I
girls,
think
take a breath.
Yeah.
Say what you really want, what you really intend. You're not asking for too much. People are just going to have to fucking figure it out.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you don't need me to tell you, but like that's just like
A lot of factors go into it, obviously. There's it's not, again, always, we're not blanket statementing anything.
easier said than done,
Yeah.
too. And that's what I'm saying. That's why it was really good to unpack it with Win. And thank you for being open to talk about it. It's like we were saying, life's going to give you opportunity to do it. You got to do it a little bit and try. And the next week, you just didn't, because you're like, no, like, it's just not the time to do this.
Yeah, like
And
I'm still uncomfortable in my body from lingering things, and I'm not going to make myself more uncomfortable.
Just won't go there. Fuck.
Yeah, because I don't think that was... Yeah, I didn't need to be consumed by that. I needed to be focused on my healing.
Beautiful.
So
And that's
just wasn't worth it. You pick your battles sometimes. And
Yeah,
that, I'm okay with making that decision, but I'm also really okay and grateful talking about the, like, how it was presented and like how I handled it, because I think that reflection will definitely play a role in the next time.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
And now, exactly, you get the lesson.
Yeah.
You know, you either get the check or you get the lesson, and now you know it moving forward. And you did real good considering you're coming off the vid, you're still mourning your cat.
Yeah.
Like, a lot was going on.
Yeah.
So you're foggy in it, but good job. It all worked out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had fun. I'm about to smoke the last of these terp sticks.
Wonderful.
Let's finish this up.
A couple weeks they'll be back. It's not like
Yeah.
they're gone. They're coming back shortly.
Guys, I'm about to smoke one of my favorite medicine sticks.
Okay, enjoy. Hey, if you didn't get any
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we heard it. That's the ASMR part of the episode. If you didn't get any joints or edibles at the top, because we forgot to say that because we dove right into our cat, Ace. But you can do it now. We can have an end of the podcast smokes sesh right here and now.
Exactly. I can put a little beat on in the background. We can just chill out, smoke.
Yeah. Put a little beat on.
Check it. Hey, how do you like my new EP?
I love your new EP called Create. Came out March 22nd.
Yes.
And
I'm really happy with a body of work like that.
Good vibes only.
What's your favorite track on it?
I think Better.
Better. Yeah, that's been the popular opinion. So I'm going to make a cool little lyric video out of that. With Rizzy.
Good vibes only, though, is like nice.
Sweet tune.
I just like that for my Los Angeles strolls.
Good vibes only. How do you deal with negative people?
And I
You
love
don't.
that you released $1 Million Lifestyle as a demo track.
Yeah.
I think, first of all, that's just cool. I think it's cool of an artist to release something that is still being worked on.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Thank you.
because we get another version of that in the future. That's what that promises me.
Yes, yeah. You're gonna hear like the top 40 version of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get like a real update to the beat.
Yeah.
And like, but the songwriting's already there.
And I really like Distractions.
Thank you. You know, I listened to Distractions again today, and I love that you clocked that it's like a screenplay, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, it reads right off the top. Abraham Hicks is sampled throughout, and it has like kind of a cool R&B sped up hook right off the top, but then it spins into this like crazy frivolous story with so much movement in it.
Honestly, it's like the video is you smoking a joint. Like, I see like a lot of dark blues.
Yeah.
Like maybe the TV is on, but we're just watching you like chilling, smoking a joint. Distractions finding me too easy, and then either like your head goes back, as in to like insinuate that you are falling asleep or going somewhere in your high.
Yeah.
And then it bursts into like either cartoon or like colorful dream. Like it almost goes from like black and white, but dark blues instead, to this vibrant on drugs like party.
Pull up to a party in acid wash jeans, yelling out loud, "Acid's on me."
Yeah. Like,
sketchy as it seems, it works every time. People just want to get out of their mind. So now I'm here chilling. Thugging yet a place is my dugout. See a little girlie over there with her butt out. Game always tight. No, I never ever struck out. No, she got that fire that nobody else can put out. But let it alone. I let it be known. I'm all in my zone. I'm meeting hella people and they're putting me on. And I feel the energy, so I spin on the lawn. And I'm getting hella wet with the pool party. Everybody chilling, this is cool, homie.
I even just got another idea now.
New crew. What?
We're same type of thing, but like maybe you're doing some like bullshit work that you don't necessarily like to do often as like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, and you're in that work, and then your head goes to like the party lifestyle, and then it comes back to like.
Well, that would identify with a lot of people in like a 9-to-5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good brainstorm.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Go check out the album. Go check out Distractions. It's really cool, clever, bizarre. Like fun, you're just not seeing that so like strongly of a shift in beat in a lot of music.
Yeah.
But like for that song specifically, it just like it's your imagination can really provide a lot of color while you're listening to it.
Yeah, do drugs and listen to that song. It's a trip. It happened really quick. I produced that real fast. And Next Life, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We got some bangers coming out this year, guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Winnie, when's your next stand-up show?
April 11th, I think.
Where?
The SoCap Theater.
That's dope. In Toronto?
Yeah.
You got 10-minute set, 5-minute set?
7.
7-minute set.
Yeah, I need to put something together, by the way.
Good times.
But we got time.
We got time.
We got time.
Okay, guys, this has been a cool little tail end smoke sesh.
Yeah.
Nice chat. Good brainstorm. Let us know if you got any ideas for the Distractions music video, or if you're an animator who wants to collaborate on this video that Winnie just brainstormed.
And
Distractions finding me too easy. Too easy these days.
And please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, liking us on Spotify, potentially throwing us a Apple review comment.
Oh, that would be huge.
That'd be big for us.
And if you wanted to get exclusive early drops and things that you can only see in our members only community. It is a Patreon page that we have started, and everything goes up there first, and a bunch of behind the scenes things from the projects that we work on are there. And a bunch of, creative, exciting perks to come the more we release items, which we have a coffee table book.
We're still developing this cup idea.
Well, we thought about we'll talk about it later.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for your patience.
Guys, it's always good to hang out with you.
Bye.
We'll see you next week, because we do these weekly still. Whoa. Stop the violence, man. Don't do violence, man.
Okay.
Just be friends, man. There's no way that a world can possibly operate in love if you're constantly happy about fighting, man. Doesn't matter if your side's currently winning, man. Polarization, isn't it? Even though this dimension is pretty much, you need polarization, eh? But then, pretty much, if you live in love, you realize the oneness and we're all one, eh? So,
good day, good night. We'll see you in a week.
Good day, good night. I'll see you in a week, and then we'll have a nice little treat, some weed to cure our anxiety. That rhymed. It just took me a second.
hey! That's dope. Okay, bye, guys. Love you.
Love you.
Discipline stoners.
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit.
Hey, Win!
Oh my. Yes.
We got a new thing.
Oh, right. We need to tell you about our new thing.
Support the show now on Patreon and get a bunch of private perks.